Welcome everybody to another Sunday sermon with your host, Mr. Banks, and no risk, no premium. We're not financial advisors, so they on this call should be taken as financial advice, purely entertainment only.
Purely entertainment only. Thank you for the intro, Justin. What is up, everybody?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Well, here we are, another Sunday, another day to prepare, another day to get ahead for Monday. All right. So what do we have going on currently? What did we see all last week? Well, in the blue channels, we obviously stayed right in those channels. We saw that cluster that we had, was that a few months ago? End of May into June. Something I do want to note, right? I do want to note is that this fall off was the day before CPI, and this was CPI on the way down here. Now, if we look to what could move the market, what do we have coming up? Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. CPI. Now, I'm not saying it's going to send us to the depths of hell, but all I'm saying is we do have an event, a catalyst that could send us one way or the other. I mean, at this point, the sentiment check that I'm seeing is everybody still seems like they want to be short. And usually the market is going to take the pain trade and it's going to go the opposite way. So this is what I know. If we get above 416, 417 and hold, I would be targeting this 432, which is the 200-day moving average. If not, and we break down to the downside, I'd be looking at the 20 MA, which is 396. This is green dotted, or the 393 being the what is this? 50-day moving average, right? The purple dotted line. So that's what we have to look out for this week. Okay. Other than that, anything in here is all fluff. Everything in here is fluff. Okay. And what I believe could happen this week is we see either on this day or this day. Now we got jobless claims and the PPI, right? So the two things, obviously, we guys know what the Fed looks for is what? They want to see what's CPI, what's inflation doing, and then they want to see what are the jobs doing, right? That's how they determine how to use their toolbox, quote unquote, to their advantage. So they could be more hawkish or they could be dovish. I don't know. The last jobs came out was insane, like 500,000 added, which implied that we would have a more hawkish Fed, meaning if the jobs market is strong, then they can continue raising rates. So this CPI print will be very interesting. Do we finally get a CPI that is less than estimates? Okay, because it just keeps on climbing and it does not look like it wants to stop, right? Obviously, we see that this is the previous column. You see here the median forecast. They are calling for, oh, wait a minute, there it is. We had 9.1 last time. They are calling for less than that, right? That's what the street is saying, or whoever would give this median forecast. So no idea what it comes out at, but you'll have to watch in the pre-market. And I believe that this week we could possibly break out of this range. And we know this, guys, the longer you base in a tight range, okay, there's an explosive move out. This one happened to be down. What happens here? Do we go up? Do we go down? I can tell you this, price targets are easily going to be downside 393, upside 432. Okay. And those will be trend moves and we'll be able to ride them all the way up or all the way down. We will react to how the market reacts to the economic data. Okay. But whoopsie. We also, after that, I don't really see anything else that really has my attention. But the earnings. All that I'm really looking for is I want to see Walt Disney. That is definitely a play where that is consumer spending. You will see, are people still going to the park? Are they spending money? Because trip to Disneyland ain't nothing cheap. Okay. It's like $40 for a goddamn bread bowl, right? Fun fact, I did a capstone project of mine back in my school days, and we did Disney. Disney's food and beverage makes up a massive amount of their revenue for their parks, like a disgusting amount, more than you would think. Okay. And then you remember, yeah, you pay $40 for a bread bowl and $17 for a water that's like lukewarm. Okay. But the way I'm really looking at is Coinbase. I love to see what's going to happen with Coinbase with all of the recent news. Obviously, they had that thing with BlackRock, I believe. So let's see what happens there. Let's see what happens. Norwegian will be another good one because why? That is the hospitality or traveling industry, whatever you want to call it. Right? Are people going on cruise lines, right? Are they going on cruise? I have no idea. We'll get to find out, right? We'll get to find out. Justin, are you looking at anything or anything have your attention on the earnings side?
Blink could be good this week for EV, and then
Blink?
obviously
Oh, yeah.
Coin, and then
I
Roblox.
saw. Let me see if I can get the calendar here because I know there's a few other ones that I liked. Oh yeah, RBLX. I think Dan. He's
gonna own that with the IB for sure.
yeah, he's gonna own that with the IV. He will probably post about that in his channel, the ER Lottos channel or the small accounts channel. I have a good feeling he'll be in there. He'll be in there, gonna answer any questions that you have in regards to how he's gonna play. That's really simple, guys.
Rivian is this week too. Might be interesting.
Oh, Rivian.
See what they do.
Boy, Rivian. So let's see. After market close. What day is Rivian?
I think it's Thursday.
I think you're right. I think Rivian. God,
Maybe it's
I
Friday.
wish I could do just to have I wish I could have where it had the calendar where it has like all of the emblem, all their logos. I know it's like I think they posted on Twitter. It would make it so much easier. Yep, Rivian. That'll be interesting what Rivian posts. I don't know. Being a SoCal native, they do have a plant here in Irvine, California. So I am starting to see a few more of their trucks pop up and I see them drive around. Not many, but I have seen a few. So that'll be interesting, right? That'll be interesting what they post for their earnings. Anything else? So we got Roblox, Palantir, Norwegian, Walt Disney, Tyson. Tyson will be an interesting one too. All this week, and then Coinbase. Anything else, Justin?
I mean, you got Spirit. I mean, here's a bunch like little ones. You got
Little ones.
Win, so be Vegas. That's kind of like
Oh, Vegas.
travel.
Yeah, Vegas would be a good one.
Pay Safe. That's like a IPO. Be interesting.
Okay.
Bumble for all you. Oh, Bros actually might be good.
Bros.
Dutch Brothers.
Oh, Dutch Brothers. Yeah. Hey, their coffee's good, bro. I like their coffee. That's more of like a northeast thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have them up there, but those are good. Let's see. That's all I'm seeing. That's all I'm seeing.
That's like gonna super crazy move the market.
Nothing's gonna move the market. We don't have any mega caps.
But
Nothing
interesting
in the
to
S&P or
play.
Qs, with heavy weights. All those are out of the way now, right? All those are out of the way. So, guys, this week is very, very simple, right? I can't stress how simple it is. I mean, look, if you want a long 407 to 409, realistically, you see that is huge, huge, huge supply in there. Okay. Or just huge support right now. Okay. And you want to short pretty much 415 to 417. Okay. And you do that until it no longer works. Okay. The trend is your friend until the trend is no longer, right? Meaning we know we're going to get a move out of this range, but you got to see how long 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks of trading. That's 9 trading days where you would have bought 408 and you would have sold 416 and you would have made 1 trade a day and made a killing. Here when we were back in this range. Right, guys, that's what we need to do now. Simple trading. Trade less, make more. Be patient. If we open at 410, and I'm just making stuff up, I have no idea where we're going to open. If we open at 410, it's a goddamn crapshoot if we go up or down. So why would you wait and bust your load a second into the market just because it's open? You don't do that. The best traders are patient. They allow their trade plan to develop. Okay. So tomorrow, if I come out and go, I'm either going to long 409 or 408 to 407. Okay. Or I'm going to take a stab short 415 to 416. And we open at 410 and it takes 5.5 hours for us to get to one of those spots, then so be it. Okay. If you practice patience, you will get paid. I promise. Okay. That's the thing that everybody needs to get drilled into their head. Just because the market's open and you're watching every tick does not mean you need to be scalping here and buying here and selling. And that's good if that's your strategy and you can make money. But the best R&Rs are when you identify areas that you can get in and get out with the highest R&R in your favor. Okay. Very simple. Okay. Long this, short this. Wait for your trade to develop. You plan the trade and you trade the plan, right? I know when we get on live in the morning, everybody's got the caffeine jitters and you're ready to rock and roll because the market's about to open and everyone's talking and it. Okay, I get it. You can get lost in the fluff. You can get lost in the sauce a little bit, but you got to bring yourself back down to earth and you want to write down your game plan. I mean, it needs to be right in front of you, sticky note on your screen. I don't care. Okay. You need to have your trade plan set and you need to be patient. Okay. You need to be patient. All right. Justin, you want to add anything on that? Just because I know this whole week, I thought we did a really good job this week.
I think we did too.
Being patient. I'm, you know me, guys. I'm Mr. Drill Sergeant. I'm obviously just I'm saying this because I don't want people to be blowing their shit up 30 seconds in the market open, right?
No, absolutely. I mean, you have all day, all week. And I think, there's a lot of people in there that do like the scalp and they're in, and sometimes we're not in, and that's fine. That's, you have to stick to your plan. It's your journey.
Yep.
Don't worry about anybody else.
Yep. Like if somebody knew that, and I'm just making stuff up, they knew, I'm saying we open 413, making shit up. Okay. And 412.18, you see this blue dotted line, right? Is the 5MA. This is the daily chart. And they're like, we open above it. I think we go down, touch it, and then pop up. That's their trade plan. That's what they're going to trade. Okay. So you'll execute that trade. But for me, if that's not my trade plan, that's okay. I don't have to take their trade plan is not my trade plan. We could have the same trade plan, but it doesn't have to be the same. Okay. Because who wins this little battle, right? The person who took calls off of 412, right? And they guessed it right? 413 open, went down to 412.18, touched it, then it rocketed up to 415. Okay. Then you had old risky risk waiting at 415 and went, I'm going to short this shithole down right back down to 412. Okay. And then I went short. Okay. If person A executed their trade plan and person B, me, executed my trade plan, did one person win? No. Did one person lose? No. You have to realize, have your trade plan set every single morning. Okay. Every single morning. If you do that and you have patience, you will make money. I promise. I promise. Justin, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, levels are like the most important thing that you can do, and find every single day. And then from there, create your trade plans.
Yep.
So that's why we say, watch the homework, take the levels. And then from there, those levels, he gave you two options, right? Somebody buying calls and then somebody buying puts. So
yep.
Figure out your trade plan from the levels and then stick to that. Don't FOMO or, change it as soon as market opens or throughout the day, because that's where you fuck up. So have it be set. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. No trade, right?
Yep. No setup,
As
no
well.
trade, I think is the, that's a little saying or whatever they say. No setup, no trade.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's fine. If you miss a move, listen, has the market ever not opened the next day? Like when you miss a trade, did you just miss out for the entire rest of your life? No, the market opens same time every day. Okay. Don't FOMO something or feel bad that you missed a trade. Okay. And this is the biggest thing I also want to say. And I want to say one of the two probably best people I think at doing this in our group, our two admins are Dylan and BK. They come in the morning, their trade plan and their strategy is all about the morning action. They get in a position, they scalp, they get out, and then they turn their computer off and walk away. I think BK is up like 30K in the last, 10, 15 trading days, right? And he's literally on live for 15 to 20 minutes. maybe 30 minutes in the morning, realistically, huh, Justin? He's not on long.
No,
No.
comes in, does executes, and then that's it.
He come in and said, I think dip and rip. I think, you know, what do you say this week? Good. Put on your leather jacket and goggles or whatever. We're going to the moon, right? Which was funny. He said that here. He said that on this open. When we opened up, we had the economic data. What was that? The non-farm opened up at 4.9. So I think we ripped. We said, all right. And went all the way up, right? He was out probably on 2 SPY points, I bet, going up. And he said, see you later. I'm out. What happens the rest of the day, I do not care. Dylan is the same way. Dylan's got he plays the 50 MA on the 30. That's his strategy in the morning. He sees where that's lined up. He knows that that's a magnet. He waits for that trade plan to develop, and then he strikes. Okay. Levels that you guys always want to make sure you also are setting yourself up in the pre-market, right? Because you can have a trade plan the night before. We can have a trade plan right now. But tomorrow, we could gap up on some sort of news overnight. Not saying it's going to happen, but like, look, our trade plan today is long here, short here, right? Very simple stuff. If we open, what if we open at 418 tomorrow? Because I don't fucking know. Whatever, some good news happened. No idea. That would set us up there. But then look, in the morning, you got to reassess. So in the morning, you want to go back and go, all right, look, I want to take the previous day's high and low, right? So you guys see, I literally already have them marked out. Previous day highs and lows, boom. Then you want to take the pre-market highs and lows, boom. Okay. And even if you don't make a trade off those levels, watch the market respect those levels. And then maybe you start to make your own strategy or game plan around that strategy, right? Around just looking at the pre-market highs and lows. Okay. Boom. Whoops. Well, I don't want to, I hate how far that went. All right, boom. So, one thing I do want to, weekly chart, is it the weekly chart? It is the weekly chart that I was looking at. 1 second. Why is that 434 level or 430 level I was talking about earlier? Why is that a big level for me? Well, first off, take a peek. Okay. This is the weekly chart. Okay. This is the 50 MA on the weekly. Okay. 434. Okay. Remember that number, 434. This is the daily chart, 200-day moving average. What number is that? 432. Okay. I'm not saying we get there, but if we break through out of this range to the upside, okay, then I guarantee we will make at least a 10-point move up. Okay. And we'll likely get up to these magnets, 432, 434. Why? Also, if we're going to look at the volume profile, okay, do we see what? A little bit of lapse in volume in here. So is this new demand up here? I mean, I'm sorry, new supply up here. And we ate through all of this supply here. And now we get Ripper Magoo. How are you? All the way up to what? 434. You guys see that, right? Super long volume profile there. Tons of supply up here. Okay. Tons of supply. Why did I say 393? Right? I said 393, didn't I? To the downside right here. Because of the 50 MA or the purple dotted on the daily. I said that why? Because if we break out of this 408, well, 407 really, if we break to the downside out of this range, look at the lapse in volume. Is this going to be demand in here? I think it is, because the last time we got down and touched 390, we went Ripper Magoo. Okay. Howdy doody are you all the way up here. Okay. So look. What is this? Look at this, the next biggest volume shelf right here. 393, go figure. Happens to be where what is this 50 MA. Okay. Now, let's go to the monthly chart. Okay. So you guys see this, right? This little pattern where you have all these months, right? They all lined up, right? All the bodies and the wicks down, right? You see this? Then we came down here to 412. Right? And now we had a huge candle down, a big candle back up. Okay. Huge candle down, big candle back up. What do? Do we get another red body down? That would kind of fill out the pattern. This little box we're in. See if I can. That's not it. Oh, futures are open. Oh, gap up. Nice. Hold on. What was I going to do? Bing.
Love it.
bing, bing, bong.
Because everybody's still super short.
Boom. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Let me just get a little closer. Sorry, y'all. So this little box, you see this little box we're in, right? It would only, I mean, this is a nice box, right? From here. This was a nice box. Okay. Now we got another box forming. Okay. Do we pop up and go all the way back up to 460 and complete the box all the way up? Or do we come back down? You guys seeing this? Okay. So this is what you want to see from a macro point of view. Don't forget about the bigger picture, right? Don't forget about the bigger picture. Hold on, I want to get off that. All right, cool. And my price target is still here. 50% retracement. COVID high. Sorry, COVID low to COVID high. This is still my price target from a macro sense. If we are still going to be raising rates and we cannot get the inflation under control, we got to keep hiking it up. Okay, then things will get bad before they get better. Right? What else do we have down there? This monthly chart, the 50 MA, right here at 350. Go figure, right? Go figure. Okay. Justin, you want to add anything to that?
No, I mean, that's
pretty straightforward.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward, right?
Yep.
What I'm gonna try to do now, guys, is also in the morning. When I get in, obviously we like to talk through the I pretty much reiterate the homework from the night before, right? The 2-minute drills. What I want to do is I want to kind of do what Justin's doing a little bit, maybe type a little something out, like my own little game plan, so that it's in writing as well, because I feel like sometimes if you hear it, maybe you need to read it as well, right? So look out for that. I'll post that in the homework channel. I would do it with the 2-minute drill or with the sermon, but like I said, guys, things can happen in the morning. Things can change. Economic data comes out, right? Like we would have thought, after the non-farm payroll on Friday, which is this boner candle, we gapped down and opened 5 points lower than when we closed the day before, right? So my initial thing was, okay, my game plan tomorrow is gonna be, I'm gonna short if we can't get through the previous day's high. That's what I said on the homework. Well, things changed hour before the open. We went droopy doop all the way down. So now you have to reassess, right? You have to reassess.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I always have my watch this out in the morning, because that's always very important to see.
Yep, that's why Sherilyn, that's why the majority of the admins will put theirs out in the morning. So I want to start doing that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's like on Friday, it took so long for me to put it out, and I didn't really have anything because markets were dumping and I had to reassess literally all of my levels. Definitely good to go the night before though, and like put levels up, like you said, the previous day's highs and lows have those. So always look at the chart like that, and then in the morning come in, reassess your pre-market highs and lows, and then go from there.
Yep. And one thing I've noticed in the pre-market high and low, if it holds the previous day's high and low as well in the pre-market, and they open up near those levels, like that's always going to be a good morning to trade, because you're not in a fluff area. You're in a shown and proven support or resistance level, whether you're opening up near the previous day's high or you're opening up near the previous day's low, and the futures or the pre-market action held those levels. Okay. One thing I want to add, we got into the Google trade on bada bing, bada bang. Friday. We followed the money, guys. Why? We saw that put come out like 4.5 million, I think, for October, right? What were they playing? What was that person seeing? Pretty simple. Reject of the 100-day moving average. This is brown line here. And this is Google with an L, guys. This is Google with an L. Because they have two different, so they have Goog, G-O-O-G, Class C shares or whatever, and these are the Class A shares, I think. So we basically saw a quadruple top reject the 100-day moving average, right? So now we would think, what? Do we come back down and test this trend line? It's very possible. I would think we definitely come down, and at least you see all these MAs that are all bunched up in here. Let me see if I can get this a little closer. Yeah. All right. We see this, right? 20, 50, right? All in here between 112 and 113. Okay. That's my first price target. Okay. That would be my first price target to get out at. Okay. Then the remainder after that, if I wanted to do runners, it just depends what the percentage is going to be, right? If it's 20%, take majority off. Let's say it's 70% profits. What by the time I have no idea how the contract's going to move, right? You just need to see it in real trading time. Plus, it's a little further out. It's not going to move like a weekly or a 0 day, obviously. And then from there, I would look, okay, if let's say you got, well, they're kind of expensive. Let's say you had 10 contracts. If you have one contract, you want to just don't be greedy and just take your profits when you see them, hit your price levels, right? And then again, if you want to maybe roll down and then take another strike lower or just get into another position after maybe we bounce on this area, it'd be good to take your profits and look to get back in. But I will be looking to probably take profits right here at 412 to 413 initially, and then probably have runners down to the trend line here. Okay. But what I am noticing and seeing, and Justin, I think we were all talking about this. I've seen a lot of these charts now. Basically we have lots of charts topping out. Okay. So you can see this huge supply bounces, right? Okay. Then breakthrough supply, hit demand. Okay. And now when this thing jumped back up off demand, it went right back into this, what was demand, right? This was demand in here. Is this going to be supply now? Is this going to be a top? I mean, look at these candles. It kind of looks like it. This doesn't look crazy bullish to me, right? Doesn't look crazy bullish to me. So now you're looking at that. Then you're going in here and you look at what? Apple. All these charts kind of look the same, right? They're all kind of finding a toppy area, right? So that's what you want to pay attention to. What are the names doing that make up SPY, make up the Qs, make up IWM, right? Et cetera, et cetera. So you want to start now thinking about, look, what is the whole entire market doing? And you can think about this. If you don't want to trade SPY, right? But you want to maybe catch the downside or the upside, okay? My lean is we're going to get one more leg lower, okay, at some point. And when we do get the leg lower, you want to go look at the stonkies that are all, some people call them piggies or overinflated, okay, or been bought up because they have the biggest room to fall. You don't want to look at the stocks that are not trading as high, right, as others, or are trading lower near some maybe some demand, or just they're trading near support. You want to see the things that have been way overstretched, and those are the stocks that you would want to start putting on your watch list to go short if we think we're going to have another leg down, if we don't think the CPI data is going to be good, or the reaction is it's going to take us down, right, and out of that range that we are in on SPY. Okay, so that's one thing I'm going to challenge all you guys to start doing now, is start looking at the stocks that make up, that make up SPY, that make up the Qs. Okay, and start seeing what they're doing. Like, you guys notice all these charts look the same. Huge demand bouncing out. Okay, huge demand bouncing out, breaking through demand. Okay, hitting supply, coming down, hitting demand, hitting supply again. So you see, is this going to be new supply up here? And do we get more downside? If Apple and Microsoft are the most heavily weighted of SPY, then by golly, God damn it, you better know what those charts are doing. If they're trading near support and resistance, right? You better know what they're doing. All right. All right. I think that's it. I think that's all I got. The VIX, man, it keeps on just getting absolutely crushed. Is there going to be something that happens here that gets this thing bouncy? I have no idea, but boy, man, it's barely holding on to the 200-day on the weekly. And anything lower, I mean, I basically got what? You're going to have 18, 16. I mean, these levels are super easy to see, right? If this trend line doesn't want to hold, right? That's what I would be looking at. So let's see what happens this week. My lean is this. Let me go to the daily on SPY, and then Justin, I'll let you give us the outro or whatever you're thinking for the week. I'm thinking this: Monday, Tuesday, still in this range. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, still in this range. That would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would be tomorrow and Tuesday, where we would be looking to long 406 to 408 and shorting 415 to 417. Okay. Then I think the catalyst that could take us out of this range, whether up or down, I don't know, and I don't care. I got my price targets above and below though. Okay. So I'll then when Wednesday comes, we'll see how we react. And the game plan on Wednesday will be, I probably won't be getting really giddy to long one of those levels. I'll type out the game plan to you guys or short one of those levels because I'll be thinking there's going to be enough power behind the move now and participants in the market off the data that we will see a break up or a break down. Okay. We had over here in this range again, I'm just going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles before the 9th candle went droopy. Okay. Broke out of the range. We've been here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Monday, 8 Tuesday. This was candle 9 right here. So I'm expecting candle 9 to be down or to be up. Okay. Other than that, guys, that's all I got. Thank you for rocking with us and taking some time out of your day. A little bit longer on this one, but I think we hit some good points. So if you guys have any questions, we won't answer them here. Type them in the chat, guys. We'll be around for a little bit. We can answer any questions that you guys got. We want to get this thing uploaded ASAP, so we can get to the rest of the team so they can get their levels ready for the coming week. Justin, take it away, brother.
I mean, just to reiterate, it goes right along. Wednesday is CPI. So what do you know? It all adds up. So again, yeah, so we'll probably stay in the range Monday, Tuesday, and then, Wednesday is when we get that final either breakout or breakdown.
Yep.
I don't think we're gonna.
But guys, if tomorrow we break out of this range,
Yeah.
then you need to adjust, right?
Yeah.
You need to adjust. You watch how price reacts at the levels that are support and resistance. Okay. And then you enter the trade on confirmation. Okay. Like, let me just give an example for you guys. Friday. Okay. And then we'll end it right here. Sorry. Friday. Here we go. Okay. Perfect. Just get this. Bing, bong, bing, 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 bing. Okay. So here was the economic data, non-farm payroll. Okay. Here was the shitter bagoo all the way down. Okay. But what did we have here? And I think it was a 5-minute chart I was watching. Okay. So shitter magoo on the news. And then what? 409. Okay. How many candles right here do we hold? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's support. That is confirmation of support. Okay. And I could tell you this, and we said it right when the market opened. We went, look, we might get a little red and they're going to suck some people in to try to go short. And then what they're going to do is go ripper magoo on their ass for what? I mean, this thing ran up 3 points, right? In the first 15 minutes. Okay. Because all those people that decided to short the hole had to then turn around and cover. Okay. And this thing went nuts. All right. So that's a way to see this is confirmation of support. Okay. This is a setup I always like to see. When you see huge support holding in the pre-market, you usually know that we're going to get a nice move off that level. All right. Okay. That's all I got, Justin.
Yeah. Any questions?
Any questions, guys? Type them in the Discord chat.
I think we're gonna have Lizard King's bot up and running this week. So
hey, everybody give Lizard King a fucking shout out, man. That dude has created something powerful. Very powerful.
Look, right there.
Very powerful, guys. And it's good, even if that's not your strategy, is to play all those MA crossovers. Look, man, I feel like it's a pretty great script that even if you don't like it and it's too loud or whatever, you could still have it up to follow along, right, with what it's seeing, because it'll help you and it'll show when MAs are flipping long on price volume too. Okay. That's what will help you give confirmation to maybe when you're out of support, you look at the script and go, everything's crossing over. buy volumes coming in at support. This is a time to get long, right? Like I'm pretty sure, I'm actually 100% positive that on Friday morning down here, his script literally said to get long on this candle. Like 5 minutes into open, it said to get long. So you could have waited a whole 5 minutes to get long and you would have made money. All right. So when you guys see Lizard King in the chat, give him a huge fucking shout out. And thank you, Lizard King. You've been killing it, bro. Appreciate you. That's it, guys. Any questions? Type them in the chat.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it did call along exactly at 9:30.
Oh, right. Oh, see, so literally at the market open. Yep, at the market. I remember he posted it and said, like, he goes, look at the timing on this one. Like literally at the open said, get long. And what do we do? Rump. Ripper Magoo. How are you? Thank you, Lizard King. Guys, get your levels right. Get your homework done. Spend the rest of your day away from the computer. Hang with your family, get outside, do something on this beautiful Sunday. Other than that, we'll see you guys bright and early in the pre-market. Peace.
See you.